Dear everyone, welcome to our radio series, Finding Peace in Turmoil. This program is brought to you by the joint effort of Meditation Master Minh Niem and the meditation psychotherapy communities, Mindful Living Land, in several places. This radio series is streamed every week on YouTube and podcast on the only official channel, Minh Niem. Dear everyone, meditation is not only sitting still for hours in a quiet space, but it is also observing and conquering defilements, which are negative reactions in our mind. That means meditation is not only observing the body, but also observing the mind. Actually, meditation is done by the mind, which is a process from concentration to mind transformation, from having many defilements to few defilements, from few defilements to none. The state of not being controlled by defilements is called enlightenment, and we can obtain the state of enlightenment at any time, right now, right here, if we are able to practice mastering our mind. Recognizing and observing a defilement, such as anger, while it is happening, is a great challenge for each student. If we can do it, that'll be great. But even when we happen to let the anger out, to release negative words or actions, we should immediately return to ourselves to take care of our own anger. Only mindful, peaceful energy and true love can be strong enough to make the anger subside and fade away. Fortunately, anger is similar to any other emotion. It is impermanent, so we believe that we can master it and transform it. But to be able to do that, we have no other option except always returning within to observe, investigate, and deeply understand our mind. In fact, it is the energy of returning within, of mindfulness, that prevents anger from arising. Let us invite you to join a relaxation meditation practice titled Returning and Tending to Our Anger, guided by Master Minh Niem.
Hi everyone. May you be always peaceful and at ease. I now invite you to lie still on a yoga mat or thin blanket lying out on the ground so that there is no tension in the body, especially the back of the head. Or we can lie in bed but without any pillow. We don't want to elevate the neck too much, as it will be hard to relax the whole body. Slowly close the eyes. Loosen the arms along the body. Face the palms up. Let the legs separate rather widely and the feet tail to the sides. Relax the whole body. Recognize that we are lying down, lying still in awareness, in a distinct consciousness. The body is here, and the mind is also here. Breathe in and feel the belly naturally rise. Breathe out, the belly gradually falls. Rise and then fall. We are focusing on the only single point at this moment, which is the rise and fall of the belly. As the belly rises, the breath goes in. The belly falls, the breath goes out. We are connecting with the in and out breath. Retain a gentle, soft smile. With every in breath, we smile and recognize it. Out breath, we smile and recognize. Be aware that we have managed to bring the mind home, bring it back to the body. The body is here, and so is the mind. Because the mind is here, we can recognize everything going on around us, or at least within us. What is taking place in our body, in every part of the body, at least whether it is relaxed or tense, especially the face, whether we are relaxed or tense. Just recognize without interfering. Don't try to force relaxation. Just have awareness, recognition of our own face. Our lips gently stretching out in smile. Our facial muscles around the cheeks are also getting softer and relaxed. We also notice the muscle in the areas around the eyes, and the eyes are gently closing, drawing inward. The eyes are resting and not going outside to seek, grasp, project, or perform anymore, not reacting to unwanted events. The eyes closed down and not wanting to see, not wanting to contact with the outside. Although this is just a short pace of them to stop, rest and return inward. The muscle around the eyes in the forehead area, therefore, can also relax and settle down. Breathe in, loosen the whole body. Breathe out, relax the whole body. Breathe in, breathe out. Smile. Note that all body parts are relaxing and settling down. Feel the shoulders also loosen up. Usually in our daily activities, especially when we are working in front of the computer or smartphone, we often forget to maintain the best balanced state of the body. Our shoulders are always tight. If the shoulders or face or any part of the body are tense, our mental states must be tense too. Therefore, when we can relax the shoulders, facial muscle or the whole body, our mental state will also be relaxed and balanced accordingly. Breathe in, we smile with the whole body resting on the floor or in bed. Breathe out, feel the relaxing mind state, not attaching to anything at all, and only keep the mind on breath in and out. Only keep the mind on the body parts. It's just to pay attention and relaxing, not attaching, grasping, demanding, or resisting. It's a wonderful state which is so essential to everyone if we want to have peace, happiness, and wisdom. I am lying still. I am relaxing. I am letting go. I am distinctively feeling what is happening within my body and my mind. What experience am I going through? Pleasant or unpleasant? If it's pleasant, recognize it as it is. If it's unpleasant, also recognize it as it is. Or it could be very unpleasant at first and now has gradually decided to be more pleasant. We clearly note this Tran process. We also realize that our feelings are impermanent and forever changing. And so we shouldn't believe in it too much and get stuck in our own feelings. Don't run after a feeling and let it control us, or react at the time we feel unpleasant, trying to resist against what makes us feel so. We can resist if we are capable of doing so, but don't always resist. There are certain things that we won't be able to oppose. We don't have enough right conditions to oppose it, even if there are enough right conditions for that. We don't necessarily have to oppose anything that doesn't follow our way. Let it be present in its own way, as per its own condition. Let's learn to accept and live with unpleasant feelings that happen all the time. It's only natural. We learn to accept them so that we know where these feelings come from. Do they come from a rather vulnerable and sensitive mind? Do they come from those stereotypes, prejudices, and preconceptions that have never been reassessed? We keep believing in what we already know and do not accept what has changed. Then we react and get angry. Breathe in. Breathe out. Really feel how the body is quieting down and relax deeply. Feel all the feelings that pass by. If it's pleasant, not that is pleasant. If it's unpleasant, not that is unpleasant. Or it could be a mix of pleasant and then unpleasant feelings. A pleasant feeling again followed by an unpleasant one. Sometimes it's a neutral, neither pleasant nor unpleasant, and quiet fade. Then we simply recognize it as it is. Remember that a meditator's job is to keep the mind clear so that we can see anything truthfully and their nature. It's even more important than trying to improve the object, which is our mind, or it could be our feelings in this case. Feelings and sensation are the shadow part of the mind. Now examine where our mind is, what it is thinking about, whether it is paying attention to the subjects of the in and out breath or not, or whether it's paying attention to a body part that is relaxing, or streams of sensation and feelings continuously flowing through the mind. It's fine as long as it's there with one of three objects: the breath, body parts, or feelings, because that means we are meditating. If possible, let it look deeply into the mind. Look at our flush of emotion and see if we have anything, especially anger. Are we feeling angry? We might have been outraged before, and now it's less so because we are lying down in stillness. Just lying down and being still, and the anger has already subsided so much, hasn't it? Because as we lie down, we are already conscious of helping ourselves. Conscious that we should return to tend to our anger, and this anger is ours. Whose else could it be? It's surely ours. Someone else might have revolted us. That is, they did something against our will or violated our personal rights. But the anger is still ours. It's deep within our mind, reacting against what we don't like, accept or agree with, protesting against anything that affects our ego, our sense of self, which could actually be just a defensive reflex or instinct. But we aspire to higher values and want to have a peaceful mind without affliction. Thereby, we need to learn how to take control of psychological reaction, to take care of our anger and not react to everything. There are many things we don't need to respond to. It is unnecessary to do so, and it could lead to a transient state of narcissism, trauma, or wasting our energy. Our mind is just momentarily vulnerable or having a wrong idea, because we might react very differently at a different time. Just remember when our responses were more noble, generous, accepting, forgiving, and welcoming, and it were the same person who we had to deal with similar unlikable actions, and words that created similar damage. But why didn't we get so upset or angry as we do now? Just reflect on our mind in the recent time. Continue to relax all the muscles of the face, lips, and eyes. Keep the smile tender, shoulders, arms, fingers, feet and toes relaxed. Breathe in, feel the belly expand. Breathe out, feel the belly collapse. Smile and feel every slight movement of the rising and falling belly. Smile because we still have happiness. We are still lying here, awake and connecting with our own body. That was something we couldn't always do before. Smile because we realize that we are really well. Perhaps just a few hours or minutes ago, we were not so well, or not as well as right now. Smile and feel happy because we can change. It's clear that all feelings are impermanent, and so are perceptions. It's clear that when perception changes, feelings will also change. But sometimes it's the other way around. When feelings have calmed down, our view will be different. Therefore, sometimes we adjust our perception if we can, and if the conditions are right. But sometimes we might want to adjust our emotions or feelings. This practice can help us tremendously in coming flows of emotions and feelings, so that our view is no longer dated and misguided as before. We are less narcissistic, less delicate. We admit that we're still short-tempered and quick to react, especially in the recent time. There have been a lot happening, many fluctuations out there, many losses, concerns, difficulties keep on bombarding us because we are not ready in our mental states as well as the level of inner strength to cope. We don't have enough experience, therefore have used up so much energy in those matters that are reasonable and worthwhile, but also in those ones that are not. They often come from our excess worries, and so every day we live with a mind that is so weary and stressed out. With such a mind, Any small dissatisfaction occurring would easily trigger us. So don't go and blame the circumstance or someone else. Of course, there are external factors that can really bother and affect us. But when we take a close look, it's basically our mind that's not well. Otherwise, we wouldn't have reacted that way. Before we get angry and revolted by the other person, we are already not okay. We are already coping with so much stress and exhaustion. No one can really make us mad if we are truly well. Breathe in. I'm looking at the upset baby within me. Breathe out. I'm smiling with my swollen baby. If the baby is still here, then that's great. I'm having a chance to lie in stillness here to generate wholesome energy and tend to my baby. So far, every time I get angry, I would try to find a way to get back and punish the other person, or at least say something nasty to release the anger. But the anger gets even greater. The greater it is, the more suffering we have and the more energy we consume. We even spill out poison onto others, who are usually our loved ones. Our loved ones are those who don't often do things in our way. Why so? Because we always demand from our family the most, and not so much from the others. Mostly because we give ourselves the right to demand a lot from our loved ones. In the name of our love, sacrifice, dedication, and even attitudes rather than really understanding them. We also don't quite understand the challenges they face. They're also victims, just like us. Also lie out and get stuck in sad failure, gain, loss, winning, losing, just like us. They have neither an awareness for training and maintaining physical and mental health, nor any experience in practicing meditation to know how to balance their psychology and reflect on their negative emotions and take care of themselves in time. We have already known meditation, yet we are not doing better than them. We can only manage to diligently meditate while sitting in a quiet environment, with no body interfering. And we are also not doing so well that we can bring meditation into our daily life, especially when reacting with others, encountering success, failure, gain, loss, winning, losing, right, wrong, good, bad, and other contrary and dualistic paths as such. Therefore, we still meet with many failures. Breathe in, breathe out. Sink deeply into the ground in every in and out breath. Be aware that we are practicing relaxation meditation or lying down meditation. I am lying very still to face myself, to return to tend to my upset baby, my hurt baby. No one can make us less or no longer angry other than ourselves. Only peaceful energy, awareness, and true love can really embrace, heal, and transform anger. There's no place for anger in a peaceful, awakened, and loving mind. I'm now building a peaceful mind, an awakened mind, a loving mind. Loving means to share, support, rejoice, and let go, and not to emotionally attach or demand. Now, have I acknowledged that the anger is really mine? That I am the creator of the anger, and the other person or the circumstance is only supplementary? Or am I still blaming, criticizing, or having the intention of punishing? No matter how immense the anger or the habit of getting angry might be, as long as our mind has returned, the peaceful energy has been reestablished, and our awareness and love are here, it will be taken care of. The anger will be gradually transformed. So every time realizing that we are angry, we should stop all action and speech and choose the wise solution of returning to tend to our anger by doing some walking meditation, picking a quiet solution to sit down, meditate, and watch our breath. Now, the object of the mind is no longer the other person or their action and speech, but the breath. Bring the mind back to the body to the best of our ability. Don't let it overthink and analyze. Don't let it spill out poison, or we can just choose to lie down like this if the conditions allow. Just lying down on the ground or in bed for 10 to 15 minutes like this, and we can already put out our anger. We must be steadfast in dealing with our anger. Don't let it continue tormenting us and those around us any longer. But don't wait until getting angry. Only then do we return to tend to our anger. We should always remind ourselves to return toward the mind and see how it is. First, check whether the feeling is pleasant or unpleasant, and investigate further why it is pleasant, why it is unpleasant. Is there something that dissatisfies us? Is this dissatisfaction reasonable? Is it because the cause is being too unreasonable, overwhelming, or destructive? Or is it because our mind is not okay? We must carefully check again. Remember the practice of the Vipassana understanding meditation to deal with affliction. It involves 4 steps. The first step is recognizing that we have affliction or anger. Step 2. Accepting that we are angry, afflicted, or not feeling embarrassed, shy, and trying to deny or avoid it. I know that I'm angry, and my anger is very fierce. Clearly see the level of the anger. Step 3. Investigating where the anger comes from. Why we are angry? Is it because of us being narcissistic, over-demanding? Is it because we are mentally weak? Or the other person has been too much, too terrible? Most of the root causes that we correctly identify usually come down to our unwell mental states. Step 4. Non-identification with our anger. Continue to watch it. Sometimes we might not need to use step 3. When realizing that we are angry, we immediately return to embrace it. It's rare if we can observe it, as it won't have enough power to destroy us, and we will be able to see the true nature of the anger. It comes from our massive ego alone. If we aren't strong enough to face our anger, then just choose a different subject that can help to stabilize our mind and recover our energy. So we don't need to pay attention to the external objects. But if we have to, then let them be those wholesome objects such as leaves, flower buds, clouds, or a water stream. Even better if the subjects of our attention can be within our body, such as the in and out breath, or any part of the body. Connect with it without thinking of anything else. Cut off the flow of thought. Every time the body feels some discomfort and we are about to have some reaction through speech or action to the person who's triggered the state of anger within us, just stop immediately and find a place to sit still and breathe, and to do walking meditation or relaxation meditation. That is the act of someone with a sense of responsibility for himself, so that he can resolve all negative emotions and demands within. That's also a way to express our kindness to our loved ones and anyone else around us. Continue to relax the whole body. Feel the rise and fall of the belly. Learn to smile every time we recognize whatever passing by our observing mind. As the belly rises, smile and note it. As the belly falls, also smile and note it. A pleasant feeling passes by, we also smile and note it. An unpleasant feeling passes by, we also smile and note it. Even when an affliction comes by, we can still smile and just recognize it. If we can do so, when anger arises, then the anger will hardly have the chance to develop or take control over us, because as we smile and recognize it, we already have awareness. Awareness has returned. Anger is impermanent. The sunbeam bursts, the dew drop. That summons the awakened mind. Love grows, and deeper we look. We should only believe in our mind when it's really fine and steady. Don't believe it when it's full of emotions and unwell. If it's the case, then return to our meditation practice to have our mind become balanced and bright again. Only then we can trust our view and decisions. Thank you, everyone, for your dedication to the practice.
Dear everyone, one of the defilements that bother us the most is anger. When anger flares up, it drains all our energy. And worse than that, it releases poison. And those who get the worst of it are those closest to us. We feel regret at times, but we do not know what to do. Or maybe we know how, but we have not practiced it thoroughly. When we are rushing into life, fighting against adversity, we are losing energy and giving anger more chances to arise. That's why we need to constantly return within to take care of our negative emotions, particularly our anger. It is an action that does not only manifest responsibilities for ourselves, but also shows our kind attitude towards those who live around us. The meditation practice in Supplementary Episode 5 in the radio series Finding Peace in Turmoil is concluding here. Wishing you many favorable conditions to return within, to generate peaceful energy to present to your loved ones.